So today's going to be an exciting day because I'm going to be putting the first ride on Junior here. Wish us luck. So unfortunately, the first few moments of the ride, my phone wasn't actually recording. So the next few clips are the last 5 or 6 minutes or so, which is still better than nothing. It'll be enough to do something. Okay, let's make him think about working again. So what I've done the last couple of horses that we've started together, I like to have like a pseudo lunging person, because the first few minutes on the horse they don't have any idea what your legs mean or how to steer or any of that. So I have the lunger there as my backup, so when I'm asking for something with my legs or my seat, then she can reinforce it and he doesn't get too stuck.
Joey out here at all?
The next little bit, the video quality is not super good. I had it on my tripod and it obviously is not able to follow me because nobody is directing it. But I just wanted to comment, usually what I am looking for in the first ride is just a horse that is moving, learning to move forward off of my leg, is able to slow down. As needed, I start to introduce the inside leg to be able to teach him to move his rib cage away from it and start following his nose a little bit as well. So that's all things that I'm able to work on from the safety of the lunge line. So again, like I said before, Kathy is helping me as backup, so he learns what my leg cue means to move forward. But what I find very important is the first, especially in the first ride, they need to get into a walk, trot, and a lope so that they don't learn that, you know, trotting or loping is something we just don't do. They learn it from the get-go, that that's going to be expected. So that's really important to me for them to learn that initially. And then beyond that, once we get off of the lunge line, then we really start focusing on steering and learning what the inside leg and the outside leg means to yield away from both of them. So that's the primary goal that I have for the first couple of rides. And a lot of the time for a young one, they sometimes will learn their balance and pick up the correct lead from the get-go. He's been having difficulty picking up the right direction lead already. So we were starting to get him just to lope, and once he would start to lope, I would let him lope a couple of steps so that he learns that that's the correct thing to do to move forward off my leg. And then I'd slow him down back to a trot and try and set him up again to lope off balanced and correct. And balance is an interesting word for him at this stage because he's trying to learn how to carry my weight and manipulate his weight, and there's all these other outside factors going on. But I try and instill some good habits from the get-go, and part of that is loping off on the correct lead. So that is something that I mostly had to focus on traveling to the right. Traveling to the left was a lot easier for him to just naturally be on the correct bend and lope off on the left lead. And I think it's worth noting that the first couple of rides are not very long, maybe 20 minutes at most. And when we do get into a lope, I only will take him around a circle, maybe 2 circles, just so I'm not overworking him, and I want him to be successful where his balance, he's able to actually be able to do it correctly, and not just get tired. So what I've been doing here is reinforcing, learning the aid of moving off of my inside leg to take the correct bend. There's no real use in just getting him into the lope when he's on the wrong bend, because he's going to pick up the incorrect lead. And yes, I do want him to move forward and learn just to lope, but I also want to instill a good habit to pick up the correct one. So I've just been going around waiting for that opportunity or the right moment where he is soft to my hand and my inside leg, has the correct bend, and then we ask for the forward lope departure from there.
Take his hip out sideways, and just what he keeps doing between the forward.
And then when we finally get it, I let him go around a couple of times to reinforce to him that that's the correct thing, and build a little bit of strength and some balance, and feel that that's the right thing. There is a couple of times where he kind of kicks out, and that's been a normal thing on the lunge line with me on the ground. We've been fighting some chiropractic issues with his SI primarily, and trying to figure out what exactly is causing that to continue to go out. So although I don't want him to learn any bad habits about kicking out in the lope, he did not do it the other direction, and I'm not super concerned about him being sassy about it. I do reprimand him, but not, I try and be careful about it because I'm just teaching him how to lope right now. So that's the main thing going on with the lope on this side. And this photo here was just taken at the end of our second ride. We went off the lunge line and worked a little bit on steering on this.